And then I'll spotlight Charlotte. And take it away, Charlotte. It's all you.
Okay. As I said to the people who were here a few minutes ago, I'm being bad and I'm putting a poussette on the first dance. So I'm just going to put on a little music, and I encourage you to warm up your feet and ankles a little. I also, of course, encourage you to mark that poussette, not put in the full bounce. Whoops. So, walk around the room a little. Also find just a little jog in place, but really working the point and those ankles up and down, working the point. I feel that all in here, and I know that's getting warm. I don't think I'm gonna hurt myself. Just do one more repetition of the music and we'll get on footwork. I'm just going to quickly touch on Strathspey traveling step. I know it's hard in your little spaces to really work footwork, but what you can do is really concentrate on the straightness of the leg when you're in those first 3 steps. And of course, the turnout. Strathspey is not straight on. Your feet should be in first position. This is hard. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. So once again, Strathspey has got 4 beats in every measure. First 3 beats, you are stepping. You're stepping forward or stepping back foot to meet. And on the 4th beat is going to be a hop as you change feet to start the next Strathspey step on the other foot. So it is stepping ahead on 1, up on your toe, straight leg turned out. 1, 2, you close behind. You step ahead again on the same foot that you started with, 3, and then you hop on it and bring the other leg through. 1, 2, 3, hop. So let's just put a little music on. What do we like? Here's a good rousing dotty Strathspey, Altschlag. 16 bars of your best Strathspey. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are your legs straight? Toe pointing? Turn out. Okay. I don't have a lot more to say about that. Footwork's really hard to do in a small space. I would just keep encouraging you to work these things at home, because when we do dance again, you want to keep your muscles and your ligaments warmed up and flexible so we don't get hurt when we do dance again. My first dance is the kissing bridge, fairly simple. I'm looking for dances that can be somewhat satisfying to dance on your own, where you don't need 6 other people to make the figure work. And kissing bridge, I'm going to be first woman. Kissing bridge begins with the first man and the first woman casting away behind their lines, and simply with your best footwork, dancing down behind your line, and then coming back up. A little chance to flirt with your partner behind the other dances. And as you come back up, you're going to begin one crossover reel, which means that the man is going to dance on the woman's side and the woman's going to dance on the man's side. You begin the reel by the woman crossing in front of the man, and you're going to dance that reel of 3 on opposite sides. There's my partner over there. Here I come. Reel's finished. First man and first woman are now going to dance down the middle, right hand and right hand, but there's a variation with this figure. You're going down the middle, and you're going to change places with the woman dancing under the arms and the man going behind her. So you'll end up back on your own sides, but your hands are still joined. So you dance down for about 3, and on bars 4 and 5, you do that switcheroo, and you come back up. And you stay in the middle. You need to come back in time that you clear the second couple, because the final figure is the poussette. So you have to give that second couple, you need to be clear of them by bar 8 so they can step in and be ready for the poussette. I'm not going to teach the poussette, you should know it, but I just want to remind the people dancing on the men's side that in a quick time poussette, you begin on your left foot. And there's not a whole lot of way to teach that except to be ready for it and to be thinking left, 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 and off you go. And it's going to be a big step back with your left foot, and your partner will follow you. So the poussette is away from the middle and quarter turn, up and down, quarter turn, into the middle and halfway round, fall back, fall back. Okay, we know this dance. The other thing I want to look at tonight, since we can't do a lot of dancing, so I wanted to look again at these diagrams that sometimes scare people. And I found that if you go to the database and at some point, there's a place where you can just press a download button to download the diagram. And then you can print it out all by itself, nice and big on a page. And I didn't realize you could do that. So that's pretty good. So here's the diagram of this dance. Up is always towards the left. That means these diagrams do 2 things. They're trying to show what's going on both in physical space and in time. So the physical space is up is here and down's down here. So a lot of these figures, for example, this one, the man and the woman are here up and they go down and then they come back up. The other thing is that they're trying to show what happens in time, and each one of these solid line boxes is a phrase of music. So after that figure's done, you go straight into the reel of 3 on opposite sides. The reels of 3 are always shown with these, basically a figure 8, two loops. And this tail hill will tell you which way you're entering the reel. It's kind of like a jet stream. It'll show you that you're coming in from here. And the other clue that this is a crossover reel is this little guy up here, this little circle with a dot in the middle. That tells you where the man, where first man is. That's Where's Waldo. And it's telling me that the first man, oh look, first man's on the woman's side. Here's the woman's side. There's first man going into this reel. So here we go, we cross over, we come back. And the reel's done. Here's the third phrase. This one's a little tougher because this is a unique figure. They don't have a real diagram for this. So they're trying to show you best as they can what happens with a combination of what's going on in space and what's going on in time. You start by going down the middle, right hand's joined. And they also indicate that first couple is crossed over. So you're going down on opposite sides. And then you do this thing. The man's track is usually labeled with a solid line, and the lady has little dainty steps, and so she's with the dotted line. And you'll also see the man's path is a little below the lady's path, and that's what the directions say. The man crosses below the woman, keeping those hands joined, and then you come back up, right hands and right hands. And then it tells you P for poussette. Doesn't tell you whether it's quick time or slow time poussette. They assume you know. They also tell you that 1 and 2, when they begin this figure, are still in original places. 1 is closer to the top and 2 is, and by the end of the figure, they will have reversed. So let me brief that one more time. And with real words, and we'll dance it. Kissing Bridge is a 32-bar reel for 3 couples in a 4-couple set. First couple dance, cast off behind lines and dance down behind their own lines and come back up. First couple dance a crossover reel on opposite sides. First couple lead down, right hand and right hand, for about 3 bars. Continuing to hold right hand, you do the little turn under the arm with the man turning, crossing behind the woman down below her, and come back up, still right hand. Finishing, second couple comes in on bar 8, ready for the poussette. The Kissing Bridge. Let me see if I remember how this dance goes. One more time. Ooh, I forgot. All right. Whew. Bit of a warm up there. Really like to one day figure out that little under the arm thing, but I really need a partner for that. So I'm a little frustrated. Okay. Just gonna get a drink of water. Check the chat. Everybody's happy. How nice. Okay, now it's time for that Strat Spade we warmed up. Again, Adieu Mon Ami is, I think, a fairly medium level Strat Spade, has a lot of good figures in it. And it begins with what we in Westchester call the boho, named after Bob Holton, who used to love this figure. And it's such a good way to begin a dance. Let's see, first woman. First and second couples are going to face each other up and down the dance. They're going to set to each other, but you don't hold hands with your partner. And you turn that other person, the other man or the other woman, with 2 hands back to place. You can maintain the hand that you would hold on to when you're setting, because you're now going to set across the dance with your partner. So you can come out of that 2-handed circle with 1 hand joined with your neighbor, and you're going to set to your partner and turn your partner both hands. And as you come out of that, fill your hands and get ready for an allemande. You can be just coming up into the allemande on one, or you can finish in the allemande hold. We'll figure that out when we have a real partner. So the next figure is an allemande for 2 couples to progress, which means you get to kill a little time. First couple wants to be in first place on the man's side at bar 3, which gives them another bar to get to second place on the man's side at bar 4. Everybody turn in on bar 5, under the arm on bar 6, and 2 bars to go back to place normally. But in this case, you first couple wants to finish facing their first corner. So that usually works pretty well if you retreat 1 step and then a big step on the angle to face your first corner. You're going to set 2 corners in partner. That's the official term for the figure we usually call hello, goodbye setting. But I like using the official term because it really tells you what's going on. You're going to set to your first corner, and on the second setting step, you're going to turn so you're facing your partner. That's 1, 2, set to your partner, 1, and on the second setting step, start moving to address your second corner. Ideally, you would be pretty close to your partner back to back on the diagonal, the second corner diagonal, facing your second corner. Bars 5 and 6, you set to your second corner. And again, pull your right shoulder back so you're you're in lines across the dance, facing your partner up and down. Bars 7 and 8, a clap as you begin a Petronella turn back to place. And then all 3 couples circle, 6 hands around and back. Circle and strathspey time. Here's what I could work on. You got to do this thing where you keep your body straight, square onto the circle, looking straight across the circle, but your feet are going to follow the path of the circle. So you need to twist a little if you can, so that you keep your body as close to the center of the circle as your feet do the circle. And then it's not so bad. Doesn't seem quite so bad coming back. It seems a little more natural. So again, let's look at the diagram for that. There we go. You can see that pretty well. Again, up is over here. And first couples here, the women's do the squares and the men are the circles. And in this case, where they want to show that you're actually facing in a maybe unusual direction, you've got a little nose here that shows you where you're facing. So noses to noses, women to women, men to men. You're going to set and turn both hands. Here, that's half of the phrase. So we have a dotted line to indicate something else is going to happen for the second half of the phrase. This time you're just going to set, but because the S is by itself, it means you set across the dance. So ones are going to set together and 2s are going to set to each other and turn both hands. End of phrase. Allemande. That's it. A. It tells you how many couples, 1 and 2. It also tells you that 1 and 2 are still in original places. And it doesn't tell you that you need to figure out how to be ready for set 2 corners and partner. So that's where you need to actually read the fine print. But this diagram here shows you set 2 corners and partner. Set to the corner on your right, that's your first corner. And then set, by itself, it just means set across the dance. Set to the corner on your left. And then T is for turn. The diamond is Petronella, because remember, if you did 4 of these in a row, you'd make that diamond. And this is the clap that tells you can clap. So that's hello, goodbye setting with clap. And then circle, 6 hands round. It also shows you that you've progressed because 2, 1, 3. And that's the figure, that's the diagram for that. So I'm going to just give you a verbal brief as I cue up the music. And it's first and second couples set to each other on the sidelines and turn both hands. First and second couples set to your partner across the dance and turn your partner both hands. Ready for a 2 couple allemande. Dance the 2 couple allemande to progress. First couple finish that facing your first corner. Hello, goodbye setting or set 2 corners and partner. And all 3 couples circle 6 hands round and back. Adieu, mon ami. Set. Set to partner. And swivel. Set to second corner. Swivel and flat. Oh, circle. And get ready with your second couple. Into Allemande, hold. Bar 3 in first place, bar 4 in second place. In. And address first corner. Set to partner. And circle. Ah! All right, we're going to dance that one more time with my music hopefully not turning itself off. I think for fun, I'm going to dance the man's side. Oy vey. Here we go. Excuse me. What happened here? I'm dancing first man. And we're dancing in Allemande. Back one step into your first corner. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. And a circle. All right. Okay. Adieu, mon ami. Have a drink of water. Next dance is a little more of a heavy lift. It is the Chequered Court from book 42. I like this dance because it has figures that we know and love from first year of dancing, but they have a little twists and quirks to them. So you have to be thinking. First couple, let's see, I'm going to be the first woman, right? You're going to cross giving right hands and cast off one place while two step up. Continuing to your right, you're going to dance a half figure of 8. So it's going to be man up, lady down, and you're going to finish facing your first corner. So I'm lady, I go down, come back up, dance through that second place to my first corner, partners here. Figure is corners, pass, and turn. Note that the active thing going on is with the corners. The first couple mostly just gets out of the way. So you first corner people are going to simply come into the middle and quickly turn. It's sort of one in, one turn and out. And the first couple's just going to dance through that corner's place and come in. Normally, in corners, pass, and turn, first couple would head on to second corner. But aha, here's the trick. You come into the middle, and as you see your partner, you're going to pull that right shoulder back and finish back to back, facing fourth corner. That's your partner's second corner. So you're coming in, you do this quick flip, back to back, and then you repeat that figure. The second corners come in, they pass first couple, and the second corners turn while first couple dances out. Again, as you come in and you see your partner in the middle, you're going to pull your right shoulder back, and you're going to end up in the middle, facing your own sides, ready for double triangles. You're going to dance double triangles as you were taught for 6 bars. Set and swivel around and set on the other side. And instead of going back to where you started, you're not going to go quite as far. You're going to keep going around to the right, but you're going to end up in lines across the dance between a couple. In my case, the woman is up, the man's between third couple, and you're going to be facing your own side, I do believe. Yes. And the dance finishes with a reel in 6 bars across the dance, and then the first couple will cross back to their own sides, giving right hands. So 1, 2, 3 halfway, 4, 5, 6, and cross back to your own sides. Ready to begin again with cross by the right hand and cast off one place. Now the diagram gets a little interesting. This is where a lot of people will look at this diagram and go, yeesh. Up, first couple, if it doesn't say, they mean first couple, cross, giving right hand, and cast down. And then they show the path that you're going to dance. The man goes up, there's his big solid line, and the lady goes down, and they kind of pass by each other, facing their first corner. I love this part. You go around second, for the lady, you go around second man's place, and as you come in, you go, whoop, that's that little loop. Can you see it? A little bit crazy there. Man does a similar thing. And it tells you that the first corner diagonal is just going to come in and turn. This bracket tells you that this is a meanwhile figure. First couple does this crazy thing, and these corners just come in and turn. Looks worse than it is. Note the dotted line indicates that the figure's only half done. You're going to repeat that on the second corner diagonal. And you finish ready for double triangles. Oh, you got to see this. This is great. Look at those double triangles. Nice straight arms, back to back in the middle. Looks like the saltire flag. That's what it's supposed to look like. You're going to dance double triangles 3/4 of the way. And then they show you the little path. The woman goes a little ways towards to end up here, and the man heads down to be between third couple. And it ends with that reel. Again, it shows you the direction you enter the reel. Here's first woman, and here's first man going down. And then at the last 2 bars, you cross, giving right hands. So that diagram is a little more complicated, but I think they've done a good job at showing all the little footwork. I like to think when I'm looking at these diagrams that I'm an angel on the ceiling of the chapel, you know, the Sistine Chapel, looking down, and basically you're looking over the men's side shoulders, the way this is oriented. So for women, it can be a little more complicated. You have to kind of do the flip in your head. Okay, the checkered court. First couple cross, giving right hands and cast off one place, while 2s step up, if only there were 2s. Continuing to your right, you're going to dance half figure of 8 to finish facing your first corner. Corners pass and turn. As first couple comes into the middle, pull your right shoulder back and do a little loop and finish facing 4th corners. You're on the second corner diagonal, facing your partner's second corner. Again, do the corners pass and turn, and finish ready for double triangles on your own side, facing your own side. Dance double triangles for 6 bars and finish on the last 2 bars in lines of 3 across the dance, woman up, man down, ready for a reel across the dance in 6 bars, leaving 2 bars to cross back, giving right hands to your own side, ready to begin again. The checkered court. Here we go. Okay. first corner, we're gonna pass and turn. And face second corner. Face your own side for double triangles. And head up or down to our lines of 3, right shoulder reels. 5, 6, and cross back. Ready to cross, cast. Yes, begin wait, half years wait. First corner. Swivel. Swivel for double triangles. Reels of 3. 2, 3 halfway. 4, 5. And cross. One more time. Cross. Cast. Face first corner. Pass and turn. Swivel, fourth corner. Swivel, double triangles. And reels. Hey, got comments in the chat. Thank you. They say on TikTok, interact with my video, like me, leave a comment, anything. It's another thing I thought I could offer in lieu of a partner and really being able to dance together. It's maybe a wee music lesson. Always the issue comes up, not that it's terribly important, but what's the difference between a reel and a jig? They're both quick time. And some people know exactly what the difference is, and other people are like, well, it's kind of like this, and it's kind of like that, and it's sort of like, and the musicians will say, well, a reel is in 4/4 or common time, and a jig is in 6/8, duh, and leaving most of us in the dirt. So I thought I would just kind of explain a little bit what that means. The only thing more fun than trying to notate dance is trying to notate music. But they came up with some pretty good stuff. And when you look at music, usually you will see at the beginning of the piece what we call the time signature. Time signature. In this case, a real time is generally in 4/4 time. That means there are 4 beats in the bar and they're quarter notes. The other fun thing is that in England, they call these crotchets, and in the United States, we call them quarter notes. You will also see this time signature expressed as C for common time, meaning it's sort of the most basic. And I don't know if you can see this, there we go. That means that theoretically you get 1, 2, 3, 4. These are quarter notes. I didn't make full balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. In real life, this is going by pretty fast. It's kind of too fast to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it really comes more across as a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And it will also sometimes be subdivided into 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 clumps of 4 or 2 beats. But the point is that whatever it subdivides into, it's probably even. And they're going to subdivide into even numbers. So 1 and 2 and, or 1 and 1E and a 2E, or a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. So if you're listening to music and you don't have the music in front of you or are just trying to identify it, basically in real, you should be able to go boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, or boom a chuck, boom a chuck, boom a chuck, something like that. It's got to be very even and kind of machine-like. So then jig time is in 6/8. That means that there are 6 eighth notes, or as the English say, quavers in a bar. But our brains do not think that fast. Our brains are always going to want to bring it down to something closer to the pace of our heart. So it's going to clump these notes into bunches so that we can really hear them. And in jig time, the important thing, the whole thing that makes it a jig is that it subdivides into little groups of 3. So it's a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. And then you might hear a da 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 da, you hear a da 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 da. And the other really fast way to know it's a jig, thanks to Susan Ferguson, is a jig goes jiggity, 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 jig. You should be able to say jiggity, 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 and it's a jig. You'll also see it subdivide into a quarter and an eighth note, and a quarter and eighth note, or a crotchet and a quaver for you Brits. So it's da 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 da. Jigs have a feeling of being a little more lilty, a little more gentle, a little more flight, whereas most reels sound a little more, I don't know, to me, the little more machine-like, and a driving reel like Derain Dancing just sounds, you know, really fast because of all the subdivision going on. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, how is 6/8 different from 3/4? I've heard about 3/4, and I've been to 5th grade, and I can tell you that 6/8 is the same as 3/4, right? Wrong. This is music math. It doesn't necessarily make sense. It's not 3/4. It's not a fraction. It's just telling you that there are 3 quarter note beats in the bar. So waltz time, because those beats are going by so fast, is actually going to subdivide itself into 3 beats that are subdivided into 2s. So it's going to sound like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and da 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 da. So even though you would think that these two are similar, they're actually quite different. This is two groups of 3 beats, 3 little beats, and this is 3 groups of 2 little pulses, and that's waltz time. So I don't know, we can play a little game. We can say, is it a reel or a jig? Let's hear what you think. Okay, anybody talk to me in the chat? No. Mary says it's a reel. Deborah agrees, it is a reel. You listen to it, you add to it as booma chugga, booma chugga, booma chugga, booma chugga. That's Derain Dancing. Here is, let's see. Let's see if anybody recognizes this one. Well, we just heard it. That is the checkered court. It's a jig. But I have a poser for you now. What is this? Okay, we don't hear that one very often. I think Risa could tell us that it is a slip jig, which I never knew what that was. I looked it up, and a slip jig is in 9/8. That means there are 3 big beats going by pretty fast, 3 big beats subdivided into 3. So it's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1. And the only time I've heard it in Scottish dancing is in this actually original music for Strip the Willow, and the directions say running step, because we don't have enough feet to get feet behind this thing. That's where you're going down the line, just trying to get through it. You're literally jogging. So what did Risa say? Risa, did you recognize the slip jig?
I did. And in Irish, you dance 5s instead of 7s in slip jigs.
You'll have to explain that to me.
So
day.
Yeah, I mean, it's really our basic reel step, other than triples, which we sort of both share a version of.
Mm-hmm.
Our other basic step is a 7 step, which is close to the Scottish slip step, only it's a literally 7 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a side step.
Wow.
Which you can tell me if I could get my, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in slip jigs, you don't do 7s, you do 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because of the rhythm.
Well, that I think that Strip the Willow is sort of the last remainder in Scottish music of the slip jig from Ireland, but I don't know a lot about it. Anyway, that's my spiel on music, a little bit of music math. And now that we've caught our breath, let's do another jig. I love Major Ian Stewart. Let me figure out how to brief this. Okay, first of all, the progression happens almost right away. You've got to be on your toes. First and second couple start this dance. So second couple, you can't hang around waiting for first to do something. You're going to turn right hand with your partners halfway. That is basically a cross. And you hang on to your right hand and you pair them up with the other couple of 1s or 2s, whoever you are. And then you're going to turn right hands across halfway. So you effectively progress. I'm now in second place on the ladies' side. And now, second couple in top place and first couple are going to turn your partner, giving right hand all the way around. Getting ready for a reel of 3 on the sides. You're going to, the directions say, give right shoulder to your second corner, to your partner's second corner, to your fourth corner. That's what they say. Right shoulder to your fourth corner. In other words, you're going to go to your right. So reel of 3 on the sides, on your own side. And first couple, we're going to finish that reel facing first corner. So you're just going to break out of it and kind of cross over. So you're back to back in the middle, facing your first corner. 4, set 2 corners and partner. It goes faster this time. Hello, goodbye. Hello to partner. Hello, goodbye. Hello to second corner. Hello, goodbye. Up and down the dance. Clap. Petronella's turn. Back to place. And just like in, I think in Adieu, Mon Ami, you're going to have a circle, except this time it's quick time. You're going, and the circle has a twist. You're going to dance 6 slip steps. That's 3 measures of music. And then you're going to go back the other way. You're going to dance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your right foot, cross it over your left foot. Can you see this? Take your right foot, cross it over your left foot, and pivot around so that you're now going to chase back to second place on your own side. And again, it's that confusion between 6 slip steps are 3 bars of music. And then the chase is 4 bars of music back to place. That's the end of the dance. Here comes the diagram. Okay. Try to line this up so I can see it all. First and second couple, turn right hand halfway. Dance right hands across halfway. Anytime you see any figure with a line, horizontal line, that means you dance half of it. Right hands across halfway. 2s are now in top position. They're near the up, and 1s are below them. Both couples turn your partner right hand. You have half of the phrase to do that, 4 bars. Flowing into a reel on your own side, giving right shoulder to your 4th corner, or in other words, going to your right, reel on your own side. Here's the man on his own side. Now you know he's on his own side. They don't tell you, but you have to finish that ready for set hello goodbye setting, which means you need to get yourself over to first corner. You're going to set to the corner that's on your right. You're going to set to your partner across the dance. You're going to set to the corner that's on your left, and you're going to turn Petronella back to place. They do not have the clap here. However, this whole the whole way they showed hello goodbye setting is different than in Adieu Mon Ami. In Adieu Mon Ami, they sort of set it up differently. They showed you the clap. Not everything is consistent. And then you're going to circle 6 hands around halfway. And then they didn't have any way to show this except to just say 6 slip steps, cross right foot over, left foot, and pivot. And then everybody dances back to their own side. They show that everybody's on the wrong side to begin, but they end up on the right side. And that's how that goes. So Major Ian Stewart begins with first and second couple. Turn each other by the right hand halfway. Join hands to make right hands across halfway. You've now progressed. Turn your partner once around in 4 bars. Reels of 3 on the side going to your right, giving right shoulder to your 4th corner. First couple finish that facing your first corner to dance hello goodbye setting. Dance finishes with a circle, 6 slip steps to the left, cross your right foot over your left and pivot, and chase back to your own side to finish the dance. Well, I think I'll try to put this on 4 times and we'll call it a night. Oh boy, I don't think I can remember how this goes. Cross, pivot. Again. Reel. Face first corner. Circle, 1, 2. Cross, pivot. Again. Reels. First corner. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye, and circle. 1, 5, 6, cross, pivot. One more time. Reels. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. And circle everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cross. That's all I got. If anyone's dancing. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Charlotte.
I'm winded.